Hi, it's Matt Yetter with Sherlock Home Inspections. Phone number is 971-212-7481. Website address is yourinspectionneeds.com. Today's date is Tuesday, April 23rd, 2024. The address for inspecting today is 2531 Northeast 86th Avenue, Portland, Oregon, 97220. We are about to perform a video inspection of the property's main sewer line through the side yard exterior cleanout. The equipment being used today is the Rigid Sea Snake. This is one of the best sewer cameras in the market today. Before we begin this video inspection, to be noted some age sewer pipes made of clay, concrete, cast iron, asbestos, and Orangeburg may be in good working order and may never have had a clogged or sewer backup before. However, due to real estate transactions, attorneys, and lawsuits, Sherlock Home Inspections must recommend the following to meet the current codes. All sewer pipes should be watertight, made of the cast iron ABS 3034 or HDPE pipe with all appropriate fittings and couplers. All sewer pipes should be free from breaks, offsets, separations, tree roots, bellies, and party sewers. Sherlock Home Inspections recommends replacing any sewer pipe that does not meet these specifications. Here we go. So right from the get-go, right off the bat, this is 45 to 50-year-old metal piping in the moist northwest soil all day long, every day. So we'd recommend having a sewer scope every 2 years, keeping an eye on things, and it just would be wise to go into the transaction knowing that this should be considered like a deferred cost item, and we will keep our fingers crossed that it just keeps on going and going, but it is a 50-year-old metal pipe in the northwest soil. We are seeing some deterioration. This is where the pipe usually wears first, is the joints where the two sections of piping come together. So you can see, again, it looks like it's aging right on time, and it's just getting older. So we're going to take a couple of paces out north, and then we're going to turn and head to the street in front of the house. Pipe shows no recent signs of blockage, buildup, or backup. And again, even if it passes inspection today, really just need to keep an eye on things and then repair it as needed, replace it as needed. There's 15 feet. Never use flushable wipes in cast iron piping. There you go. They don't go down. Go again. And it has been just more or less straight as an arrow to the street in front of the house, so kind of a no-nonsense sewer pipe, no messing around, just straight at it. And again, you're definitely seeing the aging and deterioration of the line, but as of right now, it's still hanging on. So if you take a snapshot of the property currently today, right now, everything that we've seen so far is hanging on.
Is this pipe directly under the slab of the house?
No, it's right up here.
Oh, okay.
We're going to transition here. So this signifies a few things. This signifies transitioning pipe size, so we're going from 4-inch cast iron pipe into a larger, looks like ABS plastic pipe. Signifies transitioning pipe materials, so cast iron into plastic. And then lastly, we're transitioning into a branch off the city lateral piping. And even though we enter into city lateral piping here, technically all of this will be by our owner responsibility throughout the entire length, start to finish. So what it's kind of looking like is that maybe the piping from the driveway on has been replaced. which is modernized, updated, which is great news. So this is all modern plastic piping material. So there's about 50 feet of cast iron pipe that we would highly recommend monitoring, and then again just going and knowing you're probably going to have to do something with that in the future here. But this has been modernized. A little bit of marginal pitch through that area, but nothing crazy. You can just see that water slows down a little bit through that area. And it does seem to get worse, so let's see. We're going to run a test on this one once we reach the lateral. We'll turn off the water, drain it out, and see how well it drains. But there is a little bit of a sag in the line there where maybe they didn't support it as well as some of the other areas. So the camera head goes underwater at around 67 feet, 66 and a half feet. Camera head is submerged.
And that far away, that's still our responsibility, huh?
Yeah. And then, so looks like about a 3.5 foot belly. And then we're going to transition again. And it looks like we're going to go to 30-34 piping. So this is a branch off the city lateral. So someone has had to replace a portion of it out there, probably from the front of the driveway to the road. And now once we get to the road, now we're into the plastic green piping.
Well, in the 90s, it looked like it got a line. It went from cesspool to...
Oh, okay.
So that could be a 90s
Yeah.
addition.
Yeah, that makes sense. And then it looks like we're going to tail off into the lateral real quick here, right about there. So this is the end officially of buyer-owner responsibility, about 90 feet away from the house. We're going to turn off the water, drain everything out of the pipe, and look at the pipe one more time in reverse. So a couple of things with the sewer pipe. Number one is that, again, we have 50 feet of 50-year-old cast iron piping in the line that should be considered deferred cost. Again, if you take a snapshot of the property currently right now, today it is still working, still draining, still moving things towards the end of the line, the lateral. And then we had the ABS plastic piping, which is cool. That's been modernized or updated probably in the 90s when they took it off of cesspool. But there was a little bit of a belly, 4-foot belly in the line there. It is a nice large pipe, so probably not much chance of blockage or backup there, but we're going to run a test on it right now. We're going to turn off all the water and see how the pipe reacts. If you turn off the water and everything just goes ahead and drains right on out of there, then of course the sewer pipe is still draining. It's still doing what we need it to do. Wait a little bit longer. Okay, here we go. So this is the one area in question is that belly that we want to see. So there still is some residual stuff making its way through the line. But you can see we've turned off the water, drained it out for the most part. It is done draining. is, and it looks like they're using a flexible Fernco fitting, and it's just shifted a little bit, so it causes a little bit of that standing water. It definitely has improved with the water off, though. Water level is right at the camera lens. But again, this is a large pipe, so probably the chances of blockage or backup are not very good. If no repairs were ever made to this, then it wouldn't be a bad idea to have this area, have it blown out periodically, like maybe every 5 years. Or you could dig up and re-slope or re-pitch just this area to get everything draining downhill, using gravity. Let's see, so with the water off, yeah, it definitely improved. We've at least cut down about half of the length, so it went from about a 4-foot belly to about a 2-foot belly. So pretty minor, all things considered. And then, of course, the other thing to keep in mind is we just have the old metal piping. And you can see, kind of here's why, we're kind of hoping that it all goes downhill real strongly, is you just have tendency for buildup to happen. And that's so if you don't do anything to re-slope the line, not that you're going to have blockage or backup for the most part probably, but you'll have this buildup, that happens, and so you may have to blow that out periodically. So usually there's some maintenance involved in a line that's got a minor water belly.
Jet it. That's the line. Clear it out.
Yeah, it's called professional pipe jetting.
Professional pipe jetting.
Pipe jetting, yeah.